All right, welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, 18 minutes after the hour. And yeah, Jen was right. This is an exciting time of year because we're kind of in that transition. I know a lot of y'all like to think about this as shoulder season, whatever that means, but the rest of us think of it as preseason because everything's pretty much preseason. I've got Cody Townsend with me, who is one of the celebrities, I guess we can call you celebrity, in the Attack of La Nina. Big mountain skier. You're going to see him all over the movie. Okay, we've got to ask the question right up front, Cody. Is there an off season?
Is there an off season?
Be careful how you answer this.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. The off season to me is just actually thinking about what's going to happen in ski season.
Okay, so what you're saying then is that when there's no snow, you're still thinking about the snow.
Always.
Okay, Jen, did you hear that in the back? He said that when he's not skiing on the snow, he's thinking about the snow.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
It's kind of like a really hot girlfriend when she goes away with her friends and she comes back, you're so excited to see her again.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense.
That's kind of a weird scenario, but it's the same kind of thing.
I don't know if that analogy totally hits me, but I know what you mean.
You know, well, because
I think I see where you're going.
But when you're hitting the deep powder and you're doing perfect turns with face shots and totally hucking it off a cliff somewhere and you land it,
that's
dude,
pretty
you
much,
can't compare that to anything.
No, it's the best feeling in the world.
Okay, let's talk about Attack of La Nina. First of all, how long did it take to shoot the movie? Were you went to several locations to shoot this?
Yeah, I spent a lot of my time up in British Columbia this year. You know, the whole story is the La Nina. It was a great year of snow. British Columbia had one of the best seasons they've had in a really long time. So we spent a lot of time up there, and yeah, I mean, we start filming in about December, and we go all the way till May.
We've got some shots from the movie.
There we go, yeah, as you can see.
Look at that.
Powder.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm just going to sit here and just watch because I'm going to start crying in a second. Ooh, that's awesome. So, where would you say that some of the biggest risks were taken in the movie? Because obviously you're jumping off some stuff and you're going down through some pretty stinky stuff, and occasionally you're going to hit some stuff that doesn't make it into the movie, didn't make the cut.
Yeah. Risk-wise, you know, I don't know. I guess there's always a risk, but we're trying to try and mitigate those.
Some of those movies, you know, you're going to see. I mean, obviously, they like to cut in some of the, you know, when the mountain starts to move or somebody doesn't land their jump.
Of course.
Or something stupid happens, they lose a ski and they stand up going, oh.
Yeah, I had that happen this year. Yeah, I have a good shot of a pretty. Actually, I hurt my knee last year. I had surgery coming back from that. Really? So yeah, I did a pretty gnarly crash. That is.
I think we have the shot. Director said you might have the shot of when you hurt yourself.
Yeah, you might have.
Right there.
Yep, that's it.
Oh my gosh, dude, seriously.
Yeah, that.
Can we show that again real quickly? Can we back that up?
I believe, this is
Setting it up right now.
Yeah, I came in. It was a steeper takeoff than I expected, and there was
didn't quite clear those. Oh my gosh! Anyway, it was just your knee that you damaged.
Pretty lucky. I mean, that was like probably about a 50-foot drop to straight rock. So,
oh my gosh!
I was, you know, I guess a lot of the training I do in the off season prepared me for that
there is no off season, remember?
No, yes, pre-season.
So did they have to evacuate you from that?
Actually, I was able to ski down to the helicopter, and then I jumped in a helicopter and flew to the hospital. So,
oh my gosh.
But it wasn't too bad. Yeah, it could have been way worse, and it was just a mistake. And you know, stuff happens when you like to party in the mountains.
So how do you set up a drop like that? I mean, I assume you look at it from a distance, but you can't like ski up to it and go, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a lot more speed for this, man. I mean, you just kind of really go for it. But how do you really judge your distance and how much speed to carry into the jump and how far you're gonna drop?
It's probably the hardest thing. It takes a lot of experience, and I think you just build it up over time. Yeah, you can't look over an edge. You have to look at from every possible angle, but from the top, and then from the top is the most blind. You can't see where you're going. So you do a lot of studying, and it's through a lot of experience, through you know, the best big mountain skiers in the world have been doing it for 15, 20 years of being like in the big mountains.
They're still alive.
Yeah, exactly. So it's it's a hard game, and it takes a lot of experience. And yeah, that crash, that was just that was a mistake. That was
just
one
of
those.
Mistake. That would be a career ender for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
You know, lucky, and I would have to say, you know, a lot of big mountain skiers like yourself, if you had your blood tested, they would see probably 3-4 times testosterone level of most guys That takes a lot of courage, man.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things to us. We don't think we're crazy. We think we're all normal and totally sane. We think people that work in office buildings or in San Jose or something are crazy. Yeah. So it's just, I think, just wired a little bit differently.
Okay, so like when you were growing up and you started doing this more and more, did your parents say, so, like your mom especially, did she say, so Cody, do you have like a death wish?
No.
Or when are you going to get a real job, son?
Well, maybe the real job thing a little bit, but I was making sure to go to college, so I'd be a good son.
You can fall back on a degree at some point.
I got a text from my mom. She went to the show in San Francisco because they live in California, and she was just like, nervous mom. So they get
but
to.
It's done now.
Yeah, it's done now, but still, they get to see it for the first time.
Let me ask you real quickly, ski of choice. I know that you're endorsed by a few different companies, but when you're going out and you're doing nothing but steep and deep, do you have a couple of skis that you like to carry in your quiver?
For sure. Actually, these days one ski, and it's a Solomon Rocker 2. It's a new ski coming out this year that literally changed the way I look at the mountain. It is changes everything.
How big is that underfoot?
122 underfoot.
Oh my gosh.
It's wide. Yeah.
That thing's easily 8 inches then.
I don't know. I can't do math that quickly.
So you're just really just gliding down through that.
Just tons of pop, tons of maneuverability. You can kind of like do anything you want at any moment.
And that's going to be coming out this year?
Yeah, that's coming out this year. That's in stores right now.
I've heard a lot about the Solomon Sentinel.
Yeah,
people really like that.
That's a great
Not quite
ski.
as aggressive as
no,
120.
More of a kind of if you want to rip around Park City on some groomers, but then go up to Jupiter and make some laps. It's like get off piste beyond the groomers. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Exactly. All right. So let's talk about the show. That is going to be happening tomorrow night at Jim Sandy here in Park City.
Yep.
And then Saturday in Salt Lake City.
Yes.
At the Rose Wagner Theater.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. Rose Wagner. All right. Well, listen, Cody. It sure is a pleasure to meet you, man. You're like in my world. You're like a rock star. I mean, seriously.
We're just skiers. We're just like any other person.
I know, but you do stuff that most of us just dream about.
It's kind of it's fun to be in that position.
Well, thanks
for
making it look so easy, and you're such a nice guy, man.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the movie.
Great.
And lots of success, and always land those drops.
I will.
Hopefully, no more close calls or injuries. All right. Cody Townsend, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to be coming right back with the Mountain Morning Show. And don't forget, we have a Dina Star package that we're going to be giving away here in, I'm going to say, about 3 to 7 minutes. So hang on for that. It's all part of the Warren Miller series. It's coming to town as well. And we're also going to be giving away a 10-pack of passes to Canyons. Coming up on the Mountain Morning Show. Stay right there.